In this video, I'm going to be discussing 3 ways to beat a domestic violence case in California. My name is Veronica. I am a criminal defense attorney here in California, and I help people who have been arrested put their criminal cases behind them so that they can enjoy their lives and their freedom. And again, in this video, we are going to be talking about the 3 different ways that you can beat a domestic violence case. Okay, so the first one is before court. So I've made a lot of videos on this. If you have watched a bunch of my videos, you might be tired of hearing me explain this by now, but so many people don't know that when you have been arrested, that means that the police generate a report and they give that report to the prosecutor, but the prosecutor still has to decide, do they want to file more serious charges against you, less serious, go along with what the cop arrested you for, or throw the case out altogether. And ideally, you have an attorney contact the prosecutor before court to try to get them to drop your case. So especially if you have no criminal history or you have like an old DUI or something, this is really important to do because many times we are able to get the case dismissed before court. And the way that we do that is that we put together a character packet for you. And so you need your attorney to come up with a letter explaining the good things about you, any hardships that you've experienced, letters of recommendation, proof of employment, those kinds of things. And then depending on the circumstances, sometimes we will also include in the letter basically your side of the story, and that can't be used against you. It is just a letter from an attorney. We're not going to be called to the stand, and even if we were, it's all attorney-client privileged. So that's the first way that you can beat a case. Try to beat it before court by contacting the prosecutor. Number 2 is during the case, sometimes we will look at the police report. My client and I will look at the police report and my client tells me, look, this is not what happened. Sometimes the victim is on our side and the victim says, no, that is not what I told the police. That never happened. I didn't tell the police that. So then we get additional evidence. Many times we get body-worn video and I get to look at the body-worn video and see, okay, what did the alleged victim actually say to the cops? And many times it is very different than what is in the police report. So by taking the time to do that, and many times I'll get a transcript of it, make it as easy as possible for the prosecutor and show the prosecutor, hey, look, this is in the police report. Maybe it looks really bad for my client, right? It looks like the alleged victim said that he hit her, whatever it is. But here's the body-worn video now that I've reviewed it, and here's the transcript of it. You can see that she never said any of that. And that is the second way to get your domestic violence case dismissed. And of course, there are other types of evidence sometimes that we can get. For example, maybe they're saying that there was some bad injury to the alleged victim, but the alleged victim actually got into a car accident the day before and already had that injury. So using the evidence, showing it to the prosecutor, especially if it's pretty clear like that, can be a way to get it dismissed. Okay, and then the third way is at trial. During cross-examination. So cross-examination of the alleged victim is if the alleged victim is against us, showing their motive to lie, showing any inconsistencies in their statements, and then cross-examination as well of the police officers. If the police officer said in the police report that the alleged victim said one thing, but the body-worn video shows something else, well, where and how and why is that discrepancy there? If you can poke enough holes in their story, you can make sure that you show the jury reasonable doubt. So those are 3 ways that you can get your domestic violence case dismissed. Of course, the first way is the least painful, the way that you can eliminate the whole case and any stress about it very, very early on. So if you have the opportunity, I do encourage you to do it that way. And if you have a criminal case in California that you need help with, feel free to book a call with me below. You can also find my number right there.